Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Kaizen Academy. So today we're going to dive into a core pillar of total productive maintenance, something called autonomous maintenance. And this is a big one. It's not just about a few extra tasks, it's a whole new way of thinking about the relationship between people and machines, first developed by the great Saiichi Nakajima.
All right, so let's just jump right in with a question that I think hits home for a lot of us. On a busy factory floor, when a machine needs some attention, whose job is it? For decades, the answer to that has created this huge wall, right? It's a constant source of tension and inefficiency, and I'm willing to bet a lot of you have seen this play out firsthand.
And yeah, this slide, it really just lays it all out there. Nakajima had a name for it: bipolar specialization. Sounds pretty dramatic, right? But it makes sense. On one side, you've got the production folks, and their only goal is hitting those numbers. On the other side, you've got the maintenance department, who's responsible for absolutely everything to do with the equipment. What that really means is you had this total split. And honestly, in today's world, that old model, it's just broken. It can't keep up.
So what's the fix? Well, the solution isn't just a tweak here or there. It's a whole shift in how we think. And that's exactly where autonomous maintenance, or AM, comes into the picture. It's not about just giving operators a longer to-do list. It's about taking operators from just, pushing buttons and turning them into real, actual owners of their equipment. So what is it exactly? Here's the core idea. Autonomous maintenance is a system where the operators themselves share the responsibility for how well their machines run. The whole idea is to stop things from breaking down in the first place. It's all about that simple, consistent, proactive care. And who better to do it than the person who knows that machine inside and out? The operator. I love this quote. It just nails the entire idea behind AM. I mean, think about it, right? Way back when, before everything got so specialized, the person running the machine was the person taking care of it. They were one and the same job. Autonomous maintenance is all about bringing that powerful, common sense idea back into the modern factory. Okay, so what does this actually look like day to day? That's what's so great about this. It's super practical. We're not talking about abstract theories. We're talking about real hands-on activities. Daily inspections, cleaning, lubrication, checking for loose bolts, even making minor repairs. And this is the big one. They become experts at spotting things that just look off, catching those little abnormalities before they turn into a full-blown crisis. All right, so we've talked about what it is. Now let's get to the really exciting part. Why do it? The why behind AM is huge. It completely flips the script from being reactive and constantly putting out fires to being proactive and preventing them altogether. And get ready for this. This number is just wow. The data shows that when you properly train operators to do these general inspections, you can slash equipment breakdowns by up to 80%. Yeah, 80%. Let that sink in for a second. That's not a small tweak. That's a total game changer for your uptime and your reliability. Here's another great metaphor from Nakajima, and it's perfect. He said, covering up dirt and rust with paint is like putting on heavy makeup to hide bad skin. It doesn't fix the actual problem, does it? And that's the point. Waiting for a breakdown and then calling maintenance is just covering up the problem. AM is about genuine equipment health, from the ground up, every single day.
But you know what? It's not even just about the machines. The human side of this is maybe even more important. When you give people that ownership, they get a real sense of accomplishment. You see morale just shoot up because they're so invested they start offering way more improvement ideas, and they even want to learn more. That's when you know it's working. Okay, this all sounds amazing, right? But the big question is, how do you actually do it? The good news is, it's not just some vague idea. There's a clear, structured path to get there, a 7-step process that makes this whole transformation achievable. And here they are. It's a gradual process. You don't just flip a switch. You start with the basics, initial cleaning and inspection. Then you build on that, step by step, transferring skills and responsibility over time. You create standards, you do training, you organize the workplace. It's like climbing a ladder, where each rung gets you closer to full autonomy and a real culture of continuous improvement. All right, as we start to wrap this up, there's one last really critical point I need to make. It's about the word autonomous itself, because it's so easy to get the wrong idea, and getting this right is the final piece of the puzzle. So let's be super clear here.
Autonomous in this context does not mean optional. It doesn't mean do it if you have time or do it if you feel like it. These activities are a mandatory, necessary part of the operator's job every single day. They're designed to help hit the company's goals, and that requires discipline. It's about finding freedom within a structure.
So I guess I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Because at the end of the day, this isn't really about fixing machines. It's about empowering people and building a stronger, more capable organization from the inside out. So are you ready to stop just operating and start truly owning your process?
Hey, if you got something out of this explainer, do us a favor and subscribe to the Kaizen Academy. We've got a lot more deep dives coming on all the tools that drive continuous improvement. Thanks for tuning in.